people's houses on fire.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing in that area that was like
I
perfect
forgot
and
that word.
unburnt.
You had to bring that back up. I think my conscience was a little, clear until you had to muddy it again.
You were
That
so
was literally
scared.
Well, yeah, it's like that was a long pause. It's like, so where the fire starts, like the laundry area. I'm like,
That was where I changed out the outlet.
That was my reaction too when they were like, yeah, it started between the laundry rooms. I was like, oh fuck. I'm going down for this.
That rat bastard.
I was ready to take the hit though. It was fine.
Everything
we had an
was
accord,
charred
right?
and horrifying, and then there's just this perfect GFI box.
Literally. It was all fucked up, and Chris's work, immaculate.
The apartment's like, no, all of our stuff's supposed to look like that.
Yeah.
Could have gotten you an under the table contract, I think.
I'm not sure if it's already burning down like that.
That's why they need you.
No, when we did the walkthrough and we decided to have Chris do it, we were like, they're gonna fucking know.
They're
They're gonna be
gonna-
like, wait a minute.
It's too good.
What is this?
That's good work.
Yeah.
He didn't do
What is
that.
this? Yeah.
We don't have electricians. We have general contractors.
And his name's Steve, and he actually just has
Handyman
one
We have
ring.
a handyman.
Yeah.
He goes to True
I'm
Value
here
every
to
time we
do-
give him a call him up.
To change a light bulb.
Just hits the light bulb.
Listen, that man was miserable, and I kind of
Aw,
hated him.
Poor Steve.
Trying to get a hold of that guy was a mess.
Yeah, the maintenance guy for those apartments.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
He's probably skipping town like it caught on fire.
You
know
moved
what?
to Utah for a good couple months. Later,
Now that
losers.
you mentioned it, I didn't see him once after the fact. He never showed up.
There are a ton of contractors in the concrete business that will show up, sucker some homeowners into doing things with them, pay them in advance, cheap them out, fuck up the work, and then they move to like Utah, or they move up to Glenwood, or they move across to like Wyoming or something. And then every couple of years they pop back up in town as they've made their full cycle through the like tri-state area.
That's fucked up.
And have let people forget them, and they call us up and like, hey, so I'd like to start up a credit. We're like, no, we know you. We got you here like on flag.
Yeah, I like to imagine you guys just have like a big red scroll that you like toss out, and you're like,
It's
My
like
grandpa did. My
it's
grandpa had a ledger, and it was all in red ink, and it was people who like.
I was gonna
scored
say
him.
it's like
It's
Santa
like these are the
Claus.
bastards that don't pay their bills.
It's like Santa Claus with the naughty and the nice list, except it's just all naughty and that's all people to avoid.
I know you.
We all know the nice list. It's all you don't forget because there's only like 7 of them. It's like Diego with 4 brothers. You're never gonna watch this, but we know you. You're good.
You're invited.
He's a good guy. What a lad.
Yeah. Welcome back to New Albion, everybody. Not
Yeah,
Mad
yeah.
King this time.
Not Mad King this time. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Are you sure?
God willing.
I guess Marquise and Donald have strep, so...
Oh,
So maybe not.
Yeah, well, they've been on antibiotics for over 24 hours, so they're not contagious.
But if their throat's all fucked up.
Yeah.
They can't talk.
They're not gonna come
They're
roleplay.
gonna be
And
like,
it's
they're gonna be like,
Issa's
yeah,
storyline that we're doing, you know.
Jersey woman who's been smoking since the day
We're
she was
chasing
born.
after Issa's fiance.
I have a fucking frog in my throat.
He's unconscious last I checked, so...
Donald's just deep throating fucking frogs over there.
Side adventure in the north.
You guys could take a side quest in the crater. I could come up with something, I guess.
We could leave him with his brothers and just
leave him with his cousins and his aunt and
just leave.
We're gonna go burn down this tree.
Uzel would be
guys.
there too,
Yeah.
if they're both gone.
New Albion.
New Albion.
Sorry, I'm really excited for this misadventure now if it does happen. We're the greatest misadventure trio. All right, where are we, guys?
Well,
Back in the present.
I was gonna say we're not in Mad King.
We are at the
How's
gates of the City of Wonders, man.
How's our boy Adam looking?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
fine. He took a nap.
I kind
Look at
of
that.
crashed.
He's got like that grace about him. He's ready.
Yeah.
He's just
He's
Very
like his
stoic in the
He
moment.
doesn't have like the leg bouncies and bullshit. He's not like sweating buckets.
He's kind of like, like twiddling a lot, but
He's
other
got the
than that,
jitteriness.
he's pretty stoic and ready.
I'm waiting for his doom.
Twiddle dee twiddle bum.
Yeah, he's reached
So, yeah.
the gates of New Albion. the City of Miracles that you've heard so much about. It's 7 or 8 stories of a wall, just up.
Yeah.
And it's
Getting
a
attacked by
solid
engineering.
stone, big 2.5 story portcullis stands before you. You've seen boats smaller than this gate.
Is it like a stone where you can like see the stones, or is it like
It's like
so well grouted that
yeah.
it just all looks like one piece,
Yeah.
kind of thing?
yeah,
Naughty.
it looks like they carved
bug
the
penetration
ground
for
out
that.
from the stone.
Bugs can fly over. They're bugs.
Not if there's
I'm gonna
something
find bugs
stashed
inside.
Fucking
in
bugs.
between.
You think there's not going to be like, you know,
Cockroaches?
Yeah, there's not like sewers.
It was-
I got tons of bugs. I don't need in the walls.
Curious. For the people
You never
that
know.
create a wall so high, wonder what they're trying to keep out
You.
or in.
Yeah,
Our go through the woods was like excruciatingly pleasant. Besides the one wreck.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to learn something
That
new.
is-
That's a point of adventure.
That is a horrifying thing to say before we enter the city.
I
Wondering
apologize.
what they keep in, since we have seen nothing on the outside that is of any hazard thus far.
Yes.
So far.
Do we?
Is it wrong to be a
Albion is a
skeptic?
city of wonders, right? I've heard about it before.
Yeah, a little bit.
People leave the city sometimes, right?
Yeah, usually like merchants and shit.
Yeah, and that's
But like they do.
there is no like you go in and you're never coming out. It's just so wonderful kind of
There is
tale or whatever.
Kind of. I would say a good majority of the folk that you hear from or hear of have left just because they wanted greener pastures, you know.
They want to see like the greenery.
But
There's no like trees
Seaplane.
inside
a
the city.
good majority of people who come to New Albion stay.
Yeah, but it's not like
It is like so
it isn't.
wonderful.
It
that
isn't
they
like
don't wanna
every
leave.
single time I've heard about it, it's been from somebody who hasn't been or has just seen the gates on the outside, kind of thing.
Hard to say.
I wish I would have ran into a merchant who's actually been inside.
My mother always said skepticism is good for you.
Are the gates like standard medieval style gates, steampunky gates?
So yeah, they're
All on
that
cogs, but
like
they're like big doors.
no, it's like a big
Drawbridge.
like a raised gate.
Yeah. But it's a hole in the wall that you walk. through.
Sort of, yeah. So there is a
Sort of.
portcullis,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and then it is darkness.
That's a
You-
big, long
you-
tunnel. That's a thick boy. That's a thick boy.
That's one
Okay.
way to say it.
Is there like a line going in?
Kind of, yeah.
Are there
Any
people
other
coming
people?
out?
No.
Okay, I can see in darkness. How far can I see? Like,
We're already this
Do
far.
they have, is there any sort of electrical lights in the tunnel?
Not that you can see. You look into the darkness, and you see a wall.
There was a
like just right.
Like it hits that pitch black, and it is just a wall. Solid
It's a wall.
stone. You can't really make out exact like color or anything, but you could assume it's probably the same as the wall.
There's
around
people
the
walking
outside
in.
of it. They are lined up. They are
Nobody's
not-
walking in.
They are not walking.
Okay, so like the gate's just not open.
Yes, the portcullis is closed.
Okay,
Ooh.
thank you.
I was gonna say.
That would have been very nice to clarify earlier.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we get in line. All I'm
Is there,
saying though is that if no one's coming out when that gate opens, you freaked me out.
What? All right, just keep your eyes peeled and your nerves calm. And the rest, Bugman, it's just part of.
You can't just keep your nerves calm. You can't just say to
Whenever
do
when
that.
someone says that a greener
Doesn't work
pasture is
that way.
beyond the rest, I have to think that they're either a fool or they actually mean it. But why, if someone trying
I
to
feel
create a pasture
queasy.
would talk about
I
it?
feel queasy.
not
I'm-
again.
Ugh.
My
Not
hands are
again.
clapping.
Here's a little.
Bugman, I still got that ale in that backpack.
Slap him.
It's
Good
not
time
gonna-
to start.
Hit him.
No. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Hit him.
We are.
You put this. You just slap some sense back into him.
I don't think that's
You're the
nice.
smallest one.
Is
Lean
this
over, I'll
gate
do it.
big
No,
enough?
please, no.
Is this gate big
I don't
enough
think
for us
Bugman
to
likes
bring
that
our
from scratch.
4 carts
Oh
through?
yeah, more
Okay.
than plenty.
He
So
leaves
we
that for his
we're not
wife.
like leaving something on the outside. We can
It's
literally
good
just sit
fun.
in line and wait. Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys kind of sit around for a while. Eventually, after like an hour, the line kind of devolves into just like a pit of people. Like they're just chattering amongst themselves,
Oh, okay.
waiting.
Does anybody mention like when the gate opens?
You hear some whispers about like what time it might be right now. So there is a presumed time, but no one knows for sure.
Has anyone tried knocking on the gate?
No one has touched the gate.
Okay.
Why? All right. So
Let's not bother
let's
them.
just
They're very busy.
Wait. Yeah.
it's too late. I'm already halfway through the crowd.
It was a bad
I'm
choice.
not following.
Well, she can't go alone. I will get squished.
Yes, you can. Of course you can.
You know that as they're like trotting out.
I'm just like pushing past people's legs, just like
Weaving through the jungle.
yeah.
Na, 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 na.
I get to the edge of the crowd and I look at it and I like peek through the legs, look at you, and I'm like,
You think you could fit between the portcullis, the gaps in the wood?
just put my hand between the gaps.
No. The world
everybody.
shakes and quakes. Everyone cowers.
Wait, I should not be sitting by the camera. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, nothing happens. I mean, a couple of people are watching you, looking at you kind of funny.
Pull my hand back out. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait.
Just
Hold
got
on.
my
Can I do a perception check?
got my
You should probably look for something.
Yeah.
Look what's beyond.
grabs like a shirt.
So that's a 21.
Good.
And that's the response.
Yeah. Just a.
Tired guard.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
It's
You're not
Monster
horribly
House.
familiar with portcullises, but it looks like a gate probably should.
I'm like. I'm just gonna start slowly sneaking.
I wouldn't back. Well, if you get in trouble. Just be careful.
You hear it's like,
And-
no, don't do it. No, oh my God, stop.
Crooks is
I
gonna
mean,
get
everyone else
arrested.
is waiting in the rest, and
Call
What
the
if I just stick my head in? Just a little.
well, maybe we could try to ask like, "What's a hole?"
Whing.
Be like, "Hello."
I'm just gonna turn
Madame
around and go,
Guillotine.
hello.
It echoes back to you.
Well, that's kind
Delightful.
of promising.
Huh? Huh?
Well, I'm not sure this is the path though. We still have that entire caravan back there. If you fit in, how are we supposed to fit in?
Right. But then the buggy boy is not that fun.
But I can't suck this gut in that quick. I can't fit.
Right.
2 for 2.
What if I just pop in? Real quick.
You're gonna do it anyways. Why are you even talking to me?
Yeah, you go to slide through one of the squares in the gaps of the portcullis. As soon as your weight leans onto the wood, a bell rings, and it is
Oh.
deafening.
I'm just gonna
It's like a
pop right back
bong.
through.
Not like a
Church
ding-a-ling-a-ling.
bell,
It's like
like-
a
Me grabbing you.
No, I like grab you and we just like try and force you to calmly walk away.
Oh
Like, we're both
no.
just walking.
I'm already.
I'm like vibrating.
You resisted just a little, and I went, nope.
Yeah, you can see with
think I
like the
puked in my mouth a
resonance of
little.
this bell, the dust on the ground kind of reverberates off of it. Like it's powerful. And as soon as it
My teeth hurt.
hits the third chime, the
third?
portcullis starts to ring.
Uh,
raise.
Good job. Excellent work.
Right.
I'm gonna write that down.
Well,
Third
I'm
bell
like
chime.
keeping an eye out another side of the gate. Like now, well, the portcullis now that it's raising. Right?
Yeah.
Is it still like a wall back over there, like through it?
Yeah, as soon as the portcullis hits what you assume is the top of its arc, a beam of light appears in this crack of rock as they start to shift apart.
Very cool.
And then behind them, another portcullis raises, and the pathway is open.
Kind of beautiful.
Delightful.
So
Pat, 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 pat.
Is anyone bringing a bag that's not packable?
I have like a little
I got a
satchel.
backpack.
You got a
yeah,
backpack?
Just
I
a
was gonna say,
standard backpack.
I just got a pack,
Um,
yeah.
I'd like to get in Chris's backpack.
Just sit in his backpack.
Just in case they saw me trying to sneak in.
Yeah.
Just
You guys
drops on
kind of,
piggyback
the
style.
the
Let
crowd
me in. I'm just
stirs
gonna
up,
No, no, no.
keep my
I was
head
gonna say tuck under his beard, peeks out.
and
just like
out from the gate comes a
People?
dwarf.
Oh.
He's wearing a cobalt blue cloak tucked
Okay.
over his head and has a spear in his hand and a little ledger in the other.
Crier.
Tickets, please.
Uh-oh. Wait,
Tickets to the City
We
of
have-
we have
Miracles.
the
Come on, come all if you have a
the
ticket.
boy.
Yeah, don't we?
Well,
have the packet?
I was gonna say the blue
The
dice, the silver dice said that they would find us, and once we got to the city.
And we have
So-
the packet to.
Yeah.
Who's holding Adam?
I can.
Not me.
I will.
not
Yeah,
a-
no, I'm like holding. I'm like holding his
Just
sleeve.
holding the
I'm not I'm nodding.
monocle or
Manacle.
I'm holding my monocle and his manacle. Struts in.
It's Chris that has the monocle.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's got the little telescope, a
The
spyglass
spyglass?
thing tucked
Yeah,
under
the
his
one
beard
with the
still.
chain.
But yeah, no, I'm like holding his sleeve because I still can't reach his hands because they're like like this.
Yeah.
Not relaxed, like upright.
Yeah, he's got a long, billowing monk robe you can hold onto his sleeve.
Oh, I was gonna say, is he not wearing his flannel anymore?
He's got it like tucked underneath.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Wait, that's a terrible combination. Arkin, the dice goblin. Thank you for the tip, $25. All NPCs must tell the truth, but they also hate the players. He has doubled down.
I want to be beloved, please.
The skate guard interaction just got interesting. I've got our tickets. Don't worry. I kept it all in good order.
right.
This is why we keep you around. Responsible.
Hello, good
dad.
sir. We have tickets here, and then the silver dice slip as well for our prisoner we're on a mission to bring in.
Ah, more of your kind, I see. Let me
More?
review your documents, please.
I'm just whispering it to you.
No, the silver dice kind.
More.
Oh,
Did he say
yes.
more?
More and more of you flooding into this town every day.
Really, a lot
A lot of working.
come
business.
through.
Yeah, I could bet it's the headquarters of the silver dice.
That is true. That is true.
Just too many of you.
I just always get surprised by the scope of the company.
Nah, well. Your name?
Bernard Bugman.
Your name?
Rosie Suave. I have to get out of the backpack.
And the larger one?
Oh, this is Adam McAlister. He is our prisoner. He is my prisoner.
Of the Silver Dice Company. He is our bounty.
We don't talk about
We don't talk
that
about
here.
that.
The constable will see you into the city.
Brembor Iron Toe.
Ah, fine kin you are. Brembor.
Correct.
Iron toe.
Mm-hmm. Not really made of iron. A couple of warts.
Ooh.
I got a cousin that's a foot fungus.
Spell your last name for me, please.
Oh.
I-R-O-N-D-O-E. Did someone misspell my last name?
The constable will indeed be seeing you into the city.
Uh-oh.
They misspelled my last name.
I'm in the back.
That fancy little.
I'm in the
Stealth
back.
check.
No, don't peek. Don't peek.
Don't peek. It's not worth it. All right.
If you're gonna
Fuck
stay
it.
in there, stay in there.
Self-check.
But you should probably you have a ticket.
I was gonna
No,
say,
that's why I was getting out. I thought I was going to be in
Okay, yeah,
trouble. That's
perfect.
why I was in the backpack.
I have a ledger for 4. Where's the 4th?
Peek my head out.
Hitcheroid.
Name? How do you spell that?
E-R-I-X.
I spelled it wrong.
Oh wow, I actually would spell that wrong too.
I did.
Last name?
Stickworth.
I'm writing that down.
Stickworth.
Some good stuff.
How do you spell that?
S-T-Y-K-K-W-R-T-H-E. What? This is...
Right.
W-R.
As soon as you enter, bring your cart to the right lane, please. You'll see some spots. Wait there for further instructions.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank you.
Steps aside and allows your cart to pass.
Trot on forward.
Our whole little like army goes.
Do you think a misspelling of the name is that big of a deal? Do you think that we're going to be in actual trouble, or is it? Do you think it's going to blow over? Is
What
this okay?
did you do?
I think you're worrying about it a bit too much. Bugman, whatever happened will happen. Actually, you got some of that ale.
Yeah, here, of course.
Cheers.
It just doesn't seem like an appropriate time.
I'm just
I think
like
it's a perfect
holding
time,
the
Brett.
jug now.
I've already been drinking it. I'll be real with you. It's a lovely little thing in this backpack. I'm just going to stay in it.
Did you have any in your own backpack?
Yeah, whiskey.
Oh.
Whiskey, ale.
Oh.
I like
Tough
whiskey.
stuff.
Yeah, you go through this defined right path, and it kind of just leads to like a dark alley.
Ooh,
You
sketchy.
can see from where you are the flow of traffic of people going into the city. After about an hour, it seems to cease as everyone's gone in, and you hear the bell chimes 3 times, and you can hear the portcullis shutting again.
Oop, we're
Okay.
stuck.
They only let like 4 people in.
About an hour had
Oh,
passed.
oh,
so,
okay, all right.
you
So
know,
they got
They
the
were-
crowd.
yeah, the crowd has been
Okay, all right.
whoever was
I
allowed to come
misunderstood.
through.
And we
It's
wait
not
here a whole
time
hour
related.
before the constable shows up.
Yeah, and there
Anyone
is
I am
got
sweating
cards?
profusely.
not a lot to see here. There is kind of a flickering street light. You hear an odd hum, and it kind of reverberates through the walls and echoes down the streets.
That
But
herd
this
bug?
part of town seems pretty much devoid of life.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
You see a
Great.
couple of rats every now and again.
Hello, friend. Hello,
At least we
friend.
won't starve if they don't
I
come for
thought
us.
you were a bug man, not a rat man.
I'm a trained biologist in general, of course. First,
You're
I
weird.
just specialize in
Weird.
arachnids and insects.
Still just like holding on to him.
I'm really
You're
picturing you
weird.
like doing the whole like leg wrap thing where he's like carrying you
I
on.
think at this point I've gotten tired and I have just sat down like a child on his foot.
Yeah.
I'm just holding on. But
He's
definitely
like,
when
"Am
I
I not
walked in, I
supposed
was
to be?"
proud because I've never had a hostage, and now I do.
My first time ever. Yeah.
The first many more.
That
times.
hour and a half passes, and finally, from that same entryway through this alley that you came down, is a constable. He's pretty typical. He's got the big
British,
hat,
British
beat
style.
stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
little tiny notepad that has probably never been used.
He's not a thinking man.
Yeah.
Oh no. I was hoping we get the thinking constable.
I was gonna say the notepad's like almost gone.
All right. What's all this then? Come into my city with the wrong names, innit?
Wrong names. What names are it supposed to be?
You're the cheeky one who's in the most trouble.
Or
What's your last name again, son?
Iron Toe. But it's the one I was born with. They ain't gonna change now.
It could legally, but
Well, I have to go to court, and that's a whole different process, and I hate paperwork.
fair enough.
So he kind of limbers up a little bit, pats the beat stick a couple of times against his hand. I'm gonna give you one more chance, Siege. You tell me the right name. That's
Right.
not what we've got on the paperwork.
Hypothetically, what would be the right name to potentially say in this certain instance of time?
He has to tell the truth.
Oh, but
Oh, he
he does.
He's gotta tell the truth, but he does hate us.
He does.
I've got one iron ankle on the ledger.
Iron ankle.
Iron Anchor. Yeah, that's
Ankle.
it. Oh, Iron
Ankle or anchor?
Ankle.
Ankle.
Iron Ankle. Yeah. Yeah,
That's me.
that's me.
Got something to prove that then?
Let's see.
Well, I don't really actually keep it around like
I've got this piece of paper that was to admit me to the
got
city.
me
was gonna
found
say-
the crest. Probably just like some dwarven rune.
That's good enough for me then.
Oh my god. Okay.
And you, particularly small one.
Makes me small. Cool as a cucumber.
Right.
She's supposed to be green.
He's a cucumber.
Stay out of trouble. And you!
Oh no! Wait, what? Me?
Got big dealings with you, sir. Got problems with you.
What?
Your whole story don't check out.
Whatever do you mean, officer?
Your whole name, it's not even on the ledger.
Do you not exist?
What?
Is there
Am I a ghost?
is there
Have I been dead this whole time?
a Bucky
Poke's
boy?
calf. No, he's still good.
We got no baggy boys today, so you've got one David. Your name's not David, is it?
You don't know that. Ooh, his nickname is
That's me.
Right,
David.
David.
Yeah,
Right.
David.
It's
That-
he goes by his middle name Bernard,
Oh yeah.
but his first name is David.
Well, the bounty hunters have to have alternate names too.
We ain't
Keep
got no
cover.
bugmans either.
Well,
Wait,
that's because
that's
he's
his
good
married name?
No, it's because he's really good at bugs.
It's my
That's-
profession.
Yeah.
He's a bug man. That's why he's called Bug
And
Man.
Always
he's
love
married
bugs.
to bugs.
Tip my hat in the
That's
centipede and just kind
just
of like
to you.
wraps around as I'm
Shudders.
sweating just like a madman.
Little spider legs comes out, wipes off
Entomology,
your
but
eyebrow or
nobody
your forehead.
likes to say that, you
The,
know.
the creepy one, ain't you?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Quite gross what you do with them bugs.
Yes, sir.
I know the entomologist kinds are. We've got a whole district for yous.
I mean, you do?
Despicable.
Of course.
Despicable.
Right,
buggies.
David. There'll be one fine of 10 quid
I'm not sure
for
this man actually
you
knows what
messed up
bugs are,
last
though.
name there. And I'm going to need your real one.
Yeah, my last name is Goliath.
David Goliath, isn't it? Well, I'll put you on the ledger. You'll be keeping a keen eye on you, though. Ain't nothing get past me.
Of course,
Of course,
sir.
sir.
I'm gonna forget if I don't write it.
Now, if you're just looking for your district for your weird kind, ask anyone in town for the red light district.
Red light district.
The red light district deals in.
You weird entomologist crimes.
Fishing, not buggy.
There's a whole district solely for entomologist crimes.
It's called the red light district. I think you might be confused about what that is.
I think you belong there.
Do
What
you?
Do
find-
bugs like red lights?
Red light.
That is true.
That is true?
That is true.
Well, you're the bugman.
You are. You do belong under red light, I guess. Anywho, words.
Right, are we ready to go then?
Yeah.
Can we go
all
see
done with
the
proceedings?
silver dice?
I'm going to see the boatman in it. Right. Oh, he's a bit busy right now, but I can take you down there.
Yes, please.
Hey, follow me. Welcome to see miracles and whatnot. You got a place to stay?
Not yet, no.
Working on it.
We should just get here.
Right. Working on a place to stay.
Using the notebook. Scared now.
Right. We're back on the main path then, innit? Kind of
Okay.
hobbles
have
down,
to
like pulls up
legally
his
change
belt a
my
little
name to
bit.
my name.
I should have stayed in the backpack. I don't like this one.
I wish I could stay in a backpack.
We could fit you in a
I
backpack.
could put you in the cabin cube.
Yeah! We're just
nice.
carrying Bugman around.
Just be careful with
Just
him.
accidentally throw it, like,
Carrying you like a bug.
yeah.
I'll borrow your hat and stick you on my head
I'm
under
very
my
fragile.
hat.
Yeah. You're going to have to stay here, though. Don't worry. Good eyes on that. Good eyes.
Wait, who's gonna have to stay here?
Your cart.
All four
Oh,
of
the
our cards.
cart.
Oh, Tom
Right.
can watch it.
Ain't no
Tom is
room
not a
in the
part of
seat
this.
for those.
Tom will
That's
watch our card.
fair. That's
Yeah.
all right. We don't
Tom
need
watch
the
his
card.
card.
Me looking at Tom, though. Tom.
He just gives you a thumbs up. Oh.
Not man is a joy.
I hope he stays with the guards.
He will. He'll stay with
He
the
wants
horses.
another Nancy, is what he
Oh.
wants.
Don't we all?
Jesus.
Oh.
Hey, Pip's around the corner there. As he kind of goes into this main line, you see he slips on a pair of earmuffs before adjusting his hat back in place.
Right, this looks.
You just got some
Promising.
candle wax out of my bag and just like.
I'm just gonna crawl back in your backpack.
I'm just. I'll take two, and I'm gonna like gesture down to Adam, and I'm gonna pops him in there since he's still.
Yeah.
But I'm still holding on to his monk's
I'm
rope.
abjectly confused, but if he's doing it so cavalier and casually, it has
Fair
to
enough.
be required, right? Like.
It has to be at least significant and important to
Yeah.
our hearing well-being.
It'd be real rough if we didn't.
Yeah, so it brings you back onto the main strip, and it's just kind of, brick buildings lined, probably apartments. And then you round a corner into the heart of this district, and it is bustling with sound. There is grinding gears, chiming bells, steam whistling, the hum of machinery like
Oh.
you have never experienced before.
Oh
It's
god.
like a mechanical heart.
It's like this part of the city is alive.
Wow. I am flabbergasted and just going. Ooh.
You see sparks of electricity, sparks of magic.
Ah. Sparks of magic.
the whole air is humming with this energy.
You call this a wonder?
Oh, not so bad.
I'm wondering how people live
Here's
here.
all the
That's what it
plants.
was.
I'm wondering what the mortality rate is.
You see, there are a lot of safety signs kind of strung up.
Yeah, high
There are,
voltage
like-
this, do not eat that.
Yeah. There's like a. It
not-
seems to be a
don't
well,
like-
and you see like a piston head rise from it. Like.
All right.
I could
Caution.
if I step in the wrong place, I'm gonna get thrown somewhere.
Yeah, you do see there are a couple of people who like will step on that piston and use it to kind of boost them up to
Yeah.
probably their balcony.
Very fun. Very fun. I'm definitely amused, but
We
not
should
letting-
find a ground floor residence.
No, make it fun.
Basement, perhaps?
You think if you rode that and jumped, you could get at least the 3rd floor.
No, I'm aware. I'm watching. I'm lucky I'm in a backpack.
Yeah, he drags you through this part of town. There are thousands of people. There are tucked away little markets, houses galore everywhere, shops of all sizes. There's all kinds of people here: dwarves, humans, goblins. Was that an orc? Here's everything.
Big. All so very big. Or
He leads you towards what you can only assume is the center of town. You're a little backwards as you're going through here. Everything kind of melds together, especially because you're in such an unfamiliar urban terrain.
Incredibly
Yeah.
unfamiliar.
And he leads you to a huge opening.
I'm just hanging on. to
There
half
is
of
a
for dear life.
beaming light coming from it that kind of floods down the alley that you've just come from. And as you open into it, you see a giant statue. And it is 4 or 5 stories tall. I mean, about as tall as the walls outside. And the statue is of a couple of people playing a board game.
It's kind of strange.
Interesting.
I will cast, since we're kind of in like a town square area, I'll cast Lay of the Land, which just gives me the ability to navigate and to understand the terrain within a 2-mile radius.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a much better understanding
Yeah.
of how this is set up.
Yeah, I don't want to get lost.
And you can kind of see.
And I
like,
can pop it multiple times for multiple different regions, because I'm sure a 2-mile radius does not cover the entirety of the city, right?
No.
Yeah.
You can see the city is mostly hexagonal. You would have entered here and kind of come down this way, and this is where this heart of the city is, and it
Okay.
kind of streams.
Everything kind of radiates from this kind of bottom corner there.
Yeah.
Okay.
This would be your north.
How many people playing on the board game? 2?
2.
Okay, so
One is wearing pretty distinguishable with the sculpted stone monk robes,
It's got to be this preacher and this gambler guy.
and the other one is very
Okay.
notably a dwarf with an eye patch.
So they're not like hiding that story here at all.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, no one know the gambler and the preacher.
That I had talked about from the library findings.
Oh, right.
But a lot of the stuff about the preacher more specifically was scrubbed, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps I'll
What
find a library
preacher
here
was
and I'll spend a little time investigating further.
Yeah. I'll
You
make
do kind of see with like the layout of this that like while the dwarf statue is fairly pristine, the monk statue is just covered in graffiti.
Okay. All right. There it is. So they're not preserving that historical legacy. It's very obvious disdain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throughout this trip, I'll be keeping an eye on Adam, making sure that he's still with us. And
Don't worry.
Yeah,
I got him.
Yeah, asshole.
I'm not letting go.
Rosie's got him.
Grr.
We could put him in the
Attached to his
backpack.
Starts
too.
biting Angle.
Can't tell you that much.
Right, but we could put him in the pot. Put him in the cot. No one has to know.
Nothing kind of terrifies me.
Does the cot's weight increase with the amount of people inside it?
No.
So it's like a bag of holding.
Yeah,
for
it's like a
folk.
standard 10 pounds.
But it's a house.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh,
That is so wonderful.
We could put Adam in.
but this is so much more fun.
The dice company might not exactly know to
Yes.
find us proper than if we don't have him kind of out on display.
True, when we don't want
Do you want him
They might think that we failed
murdered?
even. And
We could take off his monk's robe at least and put it in some.
Oh,
bag
he's
for
most
the-
certainly in like some just generic.
He
cowl
said he was
or
in
something.
monk's robe when
Yeah,
we walked
but
in.
we 100% put him in like.
He was,
just
just
a-
took off
a
the monk's
hood.
robe and left on his flannel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had an hour and
As
a half.
you
Yeah, we
see.
had plenty of time.
Worthy of
I think that would have been handled before we reached the city gates if everybody hates preachers. Right.
I am actively in the backpack wearing
You just
for no.
You just have the hood on, but it goes like way.
Yeah, but it's like rolled back, just sitting.
Anakin, do it.
I just look at him sometimes, and I like.
That's fucked up.
You don't even know what that means.
Okay.
We're like, is
No,
that a thing?
I just saw him do it once, and I was like,
And there's a big building here for the Silver Dice Company,
yeah, you see
like an obvious headquarters.
kind of across from each other. This is a real small example.
Mhm.
There is a really fucked up abandoned building.
Abandoned building, my
Looks kind
favorite.
of like a church.
Looks vaguely church shaped.
Okay, all right.
We found
And
church.
opposite of that, from the town square, is a gambling hall. It's a casino.
I'm sensing a lack
Ah.
of balance in this world. Is that our purpose?
Do we go to the church or do we go to
You
the
pass
gambling
butter.
hall?
well,
Where would we take
But-
the preacher?
To the dice company. It's
Well-
where we have to.
We don't know where that is yet because they said they would come to us.
It's right
Where?
there.
The gambling hall?
Well, the constable's probably.
You do
That's where
see
the-
neon dice.
It's where the constables
Oh, okay.
bring
I was
this
just
to.
saying. I didn't pick that up. Sorry.
Yeah, you're okay.
I was writing down church versus gambling hall and didn't catch anything.
let's go.
Yeah, it kind of steers you through the crowd.
There's like some muscle out front that kind of looks at us and gives like
Oh,
a
yeah.
knowing nod kind of deal. Like
yeah,
they're
there's a
expecting
couple
us.
of like burly orcs,
Okay.
but they've got like the pinstripe fedoras
Yeah,
and suits
yeah.
and Tommy guns.
Real. What the fuck?
You've absolutely never seen a firearm like this before. You just see there's some kind of drum on this rifle for some reason.
Like a bongo.
And it
I'm
is
just gonna
big.
lower
It is
the monk
orc
robe.
size.
None of these gear things make
Shimmies
any
out of it.
sense to me.
Still
I'm not
in bag, just shimmy, 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 shake
I don't need
more.
to see this.
keeping my adventuring cap down.
The less you see me, the better. Yeah, it steers you up to these front gates. Kind of gives a brief nod to the two out front. Walks right on past into the casino.
No. Follow?
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of stare you
cheerio.
down as you go past.
I get smaller.
You guys, cabbage.
I get through the rest.
Yeah, you pop inside, and it is moderately busy. You know, there's a couple of machines whirling and ringing, and I mean, it's a lot to take in. This is very overstimulating for you lesser engineered folk.
Yeah.
So like all of us.
So like
Yeah,
light bulbs
a lot
are
of yes.
shining and-
I'm just
Yeah,
like
light bulbs are
goblin
shining.
mode.
There are chimes ringing. You hear cheers from all corners of the casino.
I'm getting a migraine.
All kinds of different
I
smells,
could perform
like
so
fried
many
food.
concerts here. It'd be so fun.
This is the best fucking place.
like smell after you look around for the food.
We're watching like the coins come out, and I'm like,
Yeah,
just in the back of the backpack, like,
Max, you're drooling. Are you okay?
Yeah, there's like
There's
foaming
foam?
at the mouth.
keep out of me.
and you're getting looks as you go by as you're very notably outsiders. You're awestruck by this miracle that you've seen. You've never seen this wonder of machinery like this. You're accustomed to some forms of electricity, but nothing of this complexity.
Definitely a foreign environment.
He kites you through the casino to a back door, and it is just a simple black door with a man standing in front of it.
Not a man.
And they kind of make eye contact, and the man gestures to the door. You see the constable takes out a pen, and he taps a sequence on the door, and you see the silver dice rune glows on the door, and the guy kind of nods and opens it up.
Ooh,
Okay, all right.
I didn't
Can-
think that would work.
That's some
Is
high
that-
security.
Potentially something that one could memorize. The sequence.
Maybe. You're more than welcome to try.
Okay.
Give me a decent perception check.
Oh,
Yeah, it is a 16.
You think you have it.
Okay, I think I have it.
That's
I'm
what
going to
truly
literally word
matters.
it. I think.
Yeah, it guides you inside, and it is immediately muted. It is almost deafening how quiet it is in here. As soon as that door shuts, no sound leaks in. Everything is lit by kind of a dull red light, but it is perfectly enough to see by. And it is a long series of hallways before you come to a stage and a small crowd of people.
This is my home.
It's
They called to me. Hear it, please. Hear it. Right,
It's nice
hear
and
it.
quiet, that's all.
Can't lose my hostage. No. Hold it tighter. I have a job to do.
You see, at this point, you would feel Adam is trembling.
Oh. Kneecap. Pet, pet. There, there.
Should we put the thing back on him so they know
He's
he's,
got the
a monk?
Yeah, you got them. That's
oh,
why
the robes?
Yeah.
They know.
They
Alright.
don't know.
He'll
he's
admit
in
to it. We
handcuffs.
have the robes in the backpack.
We can wave them around like a flag.
They might smell a bit of goblin, but
Shimmy's out of it a bit more.
yeah. They're probably not to be wearing those in here.
Right.
Yeah. The dwarf takes the stage as soon as you guys enter the room. Spotlight pops open on him, and he looks over the crowd before locking eyes on you first, and just kind of sweeping his way through the party. Wearing an eye patch. He has flaming red hair.
Mm.
Very nice, well-kept coat that is solo cup red. It's got like golden embroidery through it, though.
Okay.
He wears an elaborate pouch on his waist and very shiny shoes.
Hot. I'm going to take his shoes.
I want the pouch.
Don't say things like that out loud.
He's going to give me his shoes. Is that better?
You're welcome to wager me for him, but what's your bet? He shouts at you from the top of the stage.
He heard you.
Oh, aye, your heart, darling.
No, what's your wager?
My heart, darling.
No deal.
Cold.
First, my beloved at the library, and now the door.
You'll find another one. It's fine.
I see you brought my prize.
Right.
What'd he say?
Yeah, well, that's just like this man right here, Adam McAlister.
Yeah, this one.
One Adam McAlister. He's been scurrying about for a right minute there, boys. And now he's finally here, right where he belongs. Adam, why don't you take the stage, boy?
I'm going to release Adam so that he might walk out.
Yep. Yeah.
Leave the monocles
I've
on
done
and
my
off.
job.
You can leave him on. He won't be needing his hands. He takes the stage, one trembling step at a time. And in a bright flash, you see there is a stool laid before him with a basket beneath it.
Right.
Stool's not for sitting.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
Adam, my dear friend, I do think it's time we bid you farewell.
Right.
But that's not how you handle my affairs. So, in terms with my customs, we let the dice decide. And he fishes into his pouch and brings out a radiating pair of shiny silver dice. These have been passed on for quite a while for you newcomers.
This.
A relic in my family, you might say. My dad did business this way, my grandpa, and so on. So, with this affair, Adam, and he chucks the dice on the floor. You can very easily see all the details in these.
They're
They're like
Your
raw
perception
attention.
is almost,
They're
yes,
the silver
magically
dice.
enhanced to focused on these dice.
It's
You're more than welcome to attempt a will save if you would
Yeah.
like. It
It's
is a spell enhanced effect.
This is the dwarf.
It's a spell enhanced effect +5. 21.
Does not succeed.
Shit. That was my best will save.
You want to keep it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 15.
All right. Well, we're at a 19.
Okay, does not succeed. Will saves if you're going to try to resist.
I'm more than happy to look at the dice and not the beheading that's going to happen.
It is what it is. I am too little to have true effect unless
Yeah.
I am at risk of losing my own head.
Yeah, this moment almost happens in slow motion for you as your eyes are drawn into these dice. They twirl along the floor before landing in what you can only assume. I mean, snake eyes is snake eyes. It's never a great thing. And there is another bright flash. You hear the swing of the blade, but don't see it. And as you're kind of regaining yourselves from this flash and the sound, there is just a headless corpse leaned over the stool on the stage.
Keep your cool.
I had the feeling it'd come out that way. Adam, me boy. And he just kind of like takes a boot and shoves him off the side, off the stool. Blood seeps over the black floor of the stage. It's a pleasure playing with yous.
Aye.
But in the end, the house always wins.
Now the shoes are useless.
My new friends, welcome to the city of Albion. Newer, improved, and ran by me.
And you are, to be properly introduced, of course, making direct eye contact, avoiding looking at anything else at all, just like intently staring. You are
I am your very generous employer.
Silver Dice.
Now, the head of Silver Dice Company. You may call me Del, Bossman, the boss.
You'd
The
go by
legend?
Del the Godless, right?
The boss.
To some who don't like me.
Oh.
I'm assuming dear Adam here has told you my name.
Ah.
Yes, he did. Just wanted proper introductions, but of course.
Pity that.
I see.
We'll be getting rid of his head soon. A bit of a ceremony for it and such.
That's the person who runs you something.
Pardon?
Well, you killed the man, of course. Well,
Aye.
with the chance of it.
Gauntlet,
What for?
that's right.
Preachers aren't kindly welcome around here.
I can tell.
Right. Well,
Traditions and such.
I see.
My father and his father before him.
Well, not to rush proceedings, but since I got the bounty and the rest, I don't pay. Mercenaries do like to pay.
I bit quick on the draw there, boys, but I understand. Bit squeamish, I'll be eager to get away.
Just a bit of blood.
Kind of waves.
Blood.
Blood. Here's a little.
Cart comes in with satchels, small backpacks at this point, really. Jingling happily.
I like happies. Happy jingles.
There's one for each of you, and it
I just
holds
need
your
something happy.
promised amount of gold.
Which was
It was like 5,000. It was. Hold, please.
We got 500 to travel.
It was
and then
2,000 gold after the job was done for each of us, and 500 gold for the travels to get here.
2,000 gold in the bag. That's a healthy start. That'll buy a house.
Very healthy start. Very nice.
So have you got your accommodations underway and such then?
That was our next order of business. We wanted to race right here as quickly as possible.
I appreciate it as, can't wait much more for that one. It's been a long time coming as is.
Of course.
Just drop by Alison down at the leasing office and let her know you're good friends with the company and she'll set you straight.
Mighty kind of
That's-
you.
Great.
Very kind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Dell.
Hey, off with yous. Have fun in the casinos and such. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around.
Of course, sir.
Aye.
Great.
Bossman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop out of the backpack
boss.
because I forgot it was in the backpack
Tell Bossman the boss.
whole time.
Mr. Godless.
Grab my.
That's only if you don't like it. It's Mr. Bossman the boss.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Bossman the boss.
What was it if you don't like him?
The godless thing.
Great. Godless.
No. It's Tell Mr. Bossman the boss.
We're already, like,
Great. Godless.
grabbing.
And take me gold.
Yeah.
Godless shoe man.
Cool.
You cannot be
I'm
saying
going
these things in their
to.
establishment.
I'm going to pop open my cot
It's very
and
disrespectful.
drop my money bag on there, and then close
Ooh.
it so my money goes into the cabin.
Put it in my bag of holding.
I don't have one, okay?
Okay, but now I'm picturing you
if it's
getting in and it's just
Oh.
fucking everywhere.
I'm an independent halfling, thank
You
you.
have a little dragon sword. I sleep in my gold coins.
Let's go
We
find
head out.
Alice-
It happens
Allison.
to us hobbits and halflings.
At the housing office.
Yeah, Allison at the housing office.
Yeah, you and a couple of others scurry out. There was a small crowd there for this event in the back office. And head straight to the leasing office. Ish.
Is it in the same building?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to say, if it is, are there any other leasing offices? I am more than willing to pay and not necessarily use the generosity token if it means not being in some crazy fucking weird contract.
Did we check out the red light district?
Soon. Let's get
Let's arrange housing.
acquired with housing
You
first.
don't
No,
wanna
that's
live in the
where
red light district
I'm
with your
saying we
people?
might try.
You
I
wanna
have a
live with
We
your
should
feeling-
people.
confirm that it's actually a scientific district for entomology.
Are you worried about living in a brothel? It's not that bad.
Worst comes to worst, we'll just go back to
Terrible.
the carts then. We still have to, go back to Venture.
We still have those always. Yes. To the housing office.
To the home.
Yeah, you kick off after it. It takes a lot of bumbling around and asking folks questions. And
Yeah.
a good bit of them are really kind of shitty to you about it. Like, you should just know how the city
Please
operates.
go ask directions for me.
Right.
Alright.
Yes, I guess.
I know the general area. I know
yeah.
at least the 2 mile
So
area.
we've made it out. We're just like in the streets.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
you were led with your general knowledge of kind of
Yeah.
the right
When they give us
direction.
directions and like street names,
Yeah.
I would be able to
Yeah.
use
You were
that.
led to some whirring platforms, a lot of shifting gears,
Uh-huh.
belts.
Like platforms that carry people,
Yeah,
and we have to get on the platforms?
sure do. And you see there's no like rails on it.
It's just a
So
square.
it's like they have a set of buildings and it goes up the side of these buildings and stops at each floor.
Okay.
I stand on the platform.
Yeah, your boot hits the platform and it kind of jerks to life.
It's like
and
an
starts
escalator.
pulling you up.
I do not fall to my knees and like steady myself on my hands and knees. I rolled for that.
I was gonna say,
Nat
you rolled
18.
very, very
Yeah.
well.
Nat 18 to keep my cool.
Yep, after a couple of minutes and bringing you very high in the sky. You're 5 stories up, give or take.
I am
Right?
peeking. I'm like flat on my belly and peeking over the edge and like just infatuated with being high up in the world.
Yeah, not a lot of places that you can never think of that you could be
No.
this high off the ground without being on like a mountain
Exactly.
or a cliff
Yep.
face.
No, I am definitely just slowly watching people get smaller and smaller, smaller, and just
Eventually, it rocks to a halt. You can feel the platform kind of sways a little bit. With the momentum
I just
being
like
lost.
immediately. No chance. Okay. Never want to do that again.
And there's a little stoop at which
This is
you
how we're
stopped.
going to get home every day now.
Ground level, please.
Basement. 2 stories
Basement.
down.
Oh, my basement would be wonderful.
A sign hangs off from the door. It's very simple, elegant. Script says leasing office.
Okay.
I'm going to crawl on all fours and scurry off really fast.
Yeah,
towards the
you
door.
smack onto those steps, climb them very quickly. Door's open. You can just walk on in.
Jumps in.
Yeah.
Hello.
Gotta get hyped.
Yeah, I gotta prepare myself for social interaction.
Deep breath in. Hold it.
Talk to a
And we
corner,
keep walking.
please.
Right.
Okay.
With that all trot out. Good evening, morning, or whatever time of day it would be.
Or the lawn that we could afford.
Right.
Hiya, Sweeney. We got clocks. You can see what time of day it is.
And it is.
Like look over. Actually, are clocks common outside in the outer world?
You've seen sundials.
I'm afraid I'm old-fashioned. Usually the place in the sun and sky is where it tells me the time of day.
Oh, a lesser educated one. That's going to be great on your lease application.
As long as the rates are fine and the rest. We'll have to discuss that later on, the rest. But we're looking for someplace nice to be able to fit at least a good 6 or so people.
A 15 knowledge local. Have I learned how to read clocks?
Yeah.
What time is it?
It is 2 in the afternoon.
It's 2 in the afternoon, my friend.
Oh, 2.5. See, I got someone who's educated and actually knows something.
Edumacations.
Perfect. So you're going to be the one signing for the majority of everyone then.
Well, I have to go through each and every article to make sure that it's a good deal first.
Had some introductions with you. We'll start our interviews there.
You've been dismissed.
David Goliath.
No, not now.
Oh,
Come with me down the hall.
You probably.
You guys can wait here in the lobby. There's some
Oh,
lovely
wait.
This
cups
is a
of
group
coffee.
effort.
Do we have
Right.
to all live by
I mean-
ourselves?
No, we're.
I'm just gonna
Starting
go up to
together.
him and grab his arm.
Cute kid. We charge extra for that.
I'm not
Kid?
a kid.
she's an emotional support goblin.
Wolf.
Right.
Well,
I'm just
per
gonna
the law,
pet
we
him.
can't charge you for emotional support animals. So you can come with on the interview. The rest of you have to stay.
Come now, Crix.
Remember, no's always an answer.
Of course, of course.
Don't sign away your soul.
I do plan on reading studiously.
Brings you to a back room. It's just plain Jane, uncomfortable chair, sharp metal table that's really poorly put together, flickering dim light above you.
As I would expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's start the proceedings. Name?
David Goliath.
One David Goliath. Quite peculiar. That's very awfully similar to a story I read once.
Really?
Yeah, something about a slingshot.
Strange. I don't use slingshots.
Current place of residence?
Nowhere as of yet.
Nowhere as of yet.
Hopefully we will have somewhere to put on after these proceedings.
First time, huh?
Yes.
You get a
indeed.
discount for that one.
Thank God.
All right, no place of residence. Current occupation?
A dual occupation, entomologist and adventurer.
Is that a bug thing?
It's, yes, the study of bugs, of insects.
No
I also
bugs in
do
the apartments.
Arachnology.
They can
Of
be
course.
outside, in the garden, do them in the shed.
We were looking more for a house. Do you have houses available?
We do have houses available. Being an entomologist, do you mind cockroaches?
No, not at all.
All right.
Oh dear.
I can get rid of
Um,
them.
Cockroaches.
Right.
I can simply ask them to leave.
If there's
Stop
cockroaches,
talking to
though,
that
there's
one. He's not even
damage.
there.
We're not there.
She is. But she's having to be a
Stop.
quiet,
Listen.
emotional support goblin.
Right.
Right.
We'll, of course, view
Support-
properties before
Mm.
signing it.
Second
course.
occupation.
Adventurer and or bounty hunter. Currently employed under the Silver Dice Company. We were actually sent here by Boss Man.
Oh, I love Deli. Comes over for Thanksgiving every year.
Oh, wonderful.
Sweetheart. Known him since he was a little boy.
Always been one of my favorite holidays.
Got some nice shoes.
Got him those shoes. Christmas present.
Did you get them locally?
Yeah, just get him down the street.
Right.
Plenty of cobblers here in town.
That's delightful. If we had more professions on the books, would that help us get a better place?
We'll get there when we get there.
Right.
One interview at a time. I've got your occupation. Service animal.
I'm tri-employed, actually.
Oh.
I'm a procurer.
Your service animal has jobs?
My service animal serves as yes, she's
I'm
actually
highly trained.
very skilled.
Very expensive.
It was amazingly expensive.
I'd
Listen,
like to
this is
think
kind
that
of a
you and I are
peculiar
in, like,
situation.
the
I don't
waiting
just go
room,
for the basic
like,
housebroken
reading, like,
certificate,
a
of course.
National
She is
Geographic quality
certified in
of this
a
world's
good number of
magazines.
things.
Just like flipping through, like.
It might help sway, I guess.
Right.
A lot of weird
I'm a
here.
procurer, a service
I'm not
animal,
Sure if I like it.
and an adventurer.
Average income?
Gold's good.
It's true.
2,000 a gold per month.
Okay. Income?
2,000 a month. 2,500. More exactly. Sorry.
Well, I mean,
Any other dependents or pets?
No other dependents. No, the other two are self-sufficient as well.
And no pets.
No
Just
pets?
Well, yes, the
Just the
Right.
service animal.
Just the service
Perfect,
animal.
perfect. You're looking great.
Great.
And, how many bedrooms are you looking for?
4 would be preferred.
4.
That's where fucking best.
What part of town?
What
you're
are
gonna go to
my
those fake
options?
Service animals.
I've got a couple of
Away.
fourth level
Emotionally
apartments
distracted,
open in
coming
Ashland Street.
Mhm.
I have
Houses? Anything available?
Kind of rifles around through some papers. I do have one house also on Ashland Street. It is a 5th-story house.
5th story? Okay, all right.
We can each have our own story.
Now, there are houses under that. That's how we do our lots.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. They do move sometimes, but don't worry about that. We'll cover those fees.
Okay.
Right. How
Any-
many rooms?
4.
Right. Do they all have 4, the ones that you're offering?
Yeah.
Do you have any on the base level?
I don't have any base level, but I do have one. It's kind of our more like aesthetic fun house. I really like it. It is under a graveyard.
Oh!
Kind of like a
lot of
hole in the ground, aesthetic. Very like gothic.
Entirely
Right.
underground?
Yeah, whole thing's underground except for the entrance. There's a little plot of land that comes with it that's got like a probably garden or something.
Are you sure it's not just the graveyard? Just
Right.
gonna plant
That's appealing.
petunias on
That's
somebody's.
appealing.
The
indeed.
graveyard, not so much, but
I'm here for the
underground garden plot.
You know
Someone's
what?
visiting their relative and you're walking out. Get off my lawn!
In
If
like
there's
a
a graveyard on
bathrobe.
top of it, right, that means that there's not like 30 million neighbors above us.
Right.
True. And we
You're
don't have
coming out in your fucking pajamas and a cup of Joe. You're
Our,
like,
our comings and goings will be a lot easier through a place like that. I
True.
would
We can
imagine.
also make a secret tunnel out through one of the
Secret tunnel.
Right. So
Okay,
we get
sorry.
to see these places before we
Don't
sign.
distract.
Right.
Yeah, you can discuss that with the agent who'll meet you out there in the field. I don't walk around anymore.
Of course.
That's understandable.
All
Why
righty.
walk around when you're the boss?
Right.
That's why it pays to be the one. Let's see, what else do we have? And in our tech district, we have a 6-bedroom, 3.5-bath house, 1,500 square feet,
Tiny.
1,400 gold a month. 14,000.
And how much
But it's
was
a
the
prime spot, really.
How much was the graveyard?
Oh, we're interested in the gate? 10,000 gold a month. We can give you a little bit less because you've got that first time discount, so we'll lower it to 8,000.
8,000 divided
Is that
by
the
4.
cheapest in the
2,000
town?
each.
It's definitely
Literally
one
taking
of them,
the
yeah.
entire month's
Right.
income. Every month you just are paying to rent. Nothing else.
I'm going to have to start procuring. Right. We'd love to set up a viewing.
We'd like to set up a viewing of the graveyard apartment.
Perfect. The graveyard. I will let Nancy know you're there. What time would you like to meet her?
No.
Right
Please.
now.
We could head that way if it's
Yeah.
convenient.
You guys are new
Sorry.
around here. Let's call it an hour from now then.
Wonderful.
It'll probably take you some time to get there.
Of course.
And then, if you guys like the property, we'll interview the rest of your roommates,
Roommates.
partners,
Business partners.
business
Holy
partners.
you.
Uh,
He's just a bit shy.
service animal and a polycule, huh?
No, I'm not part of the polycule. I'm just the service animal for the polycule. And
It's
that
too
way I can
late.
come with all of you.
Strange. Anyway, if you like the property, we'll meet back here. I'll interview the rest of your gang, and we can get the paperwork underway if everything checks out.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have a map of the city by chance?
Yeah, come on. He leads you out of the little room, goes to the front desk. There's just a little, pamphlet stack.
Oh, perfect.
Typical visitor maps.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
This
course.
is lovely.
We have a viewing at
Okay.
the best available option
I have
from
a-
this realtor.
And
Magazine.
a cobbler recommendation.
Anything good, bad, or ugly?
We'll discuss on our way there.
Okay.
Head out the front.
My sweeties, you go to step out the front step, the platform is gone.
When does it come back?
Watch your step.
Oh, very high.
Little
It's a
call
thing we all
button.
wear.
Graveyard's looking better and better.
It's looking more close.
These places are
close.
horrendously expensive. This apartment is subterranean. It is underneath a graveyard, so there's not a ton of neighbors above us. It has a small garden plot. It was the best available option. 8,000 gold a month.
And think if we already die, we already have a place to go.
We
Isn't
just
that
go right
nice?
back home.
What about Tom?
I think.
What
What
home?
about Tom?
What's Tom gonna do?
Oh,
He
yeah,
whatever.
abandoned
He has his
Tom.
own money. He's going to do whatever Tom does.
How much did Tom make?
No, I'm gonna keep Tom.
He's already
Okay,
been.
well, we can move him in as
Well,
well, potentially
yeah.
afterwards. I think that it would be a very good idea. We go check out this place, we see if we really like it, if it's exactly what we're after. If so, we could fork over the money. I think it would be a better idea, though, to perhaps check to see if there are other realtors
Better off.
in town. Perhaps something where we could own the property if we are moving here in a more permanent solution.
we should
Owning is much better than renting.
We should check out the red light district after this viewing just to see what it is exactly, potentially, and then understand why.
While we're walking through the city, I'd like to keep my eye out for like help wanted ads and shit.
Oh dear.
Missing cat posters.
Goes up.
Reward.
Meow.
Meow.
Did you miss me?
Listen, if they make me wear a feckin' vest, I'm doing.
I was thinking more like actually find the cat because I could.
No, I meant as a service animal. I'm
Oh.
a service animal.
Right, we do maybe need something to keep the cover alive. They weren't gonna let you in otherwise.
Going to eat Peter.
Emotional support goblin. What a poor
I
choice.
highly recommend against it. It's extremely venomous.
I also recommend against it. You don't want to lose your buddy.
But
We
it
both
is
go down.
Right, and on we go.
the-
Confuse me.
You confused.
Yeah,
We
at this point, the
head to the-
platform has arrived. You
Yeah.
carry on down the way. You make your way through to the graveyard. Sorry.
Keeping an eye out for potentially if we pass by like another realtor, or if we see an advertisement for another realtor,
Or
I would like to
abandoned
mark that
buildings.
down. Because I am pretty
That's
sure that we're
true.
going to try to go with something else.
Wait.
Yeah, like,
We should check out the church.
Oh, we should not go try to live in that
We should
abandoned ass
Check
church.
out the church.
Guys.
I
If
mean,
push comes
if we
to
can't
shove,
find a place.
Are we walking?
We're
by
either
the
sleeping
church?
in the carts or abandoned places.
I was gonna say, if push
The
comes to
carts.
shove, we could find a place to like stash or give someone like Tom the
carts where we
cube.
just have the cube.
I was gonna say we can all take turns in shifts sleeping
We
in the
just
cube for the time
shift
being.
it. We just put it in the church attic, and we're all just.
Put on someone's balcony.
Yeah, I was gonna say tuck it in someone's flower pot. No, put it in the graveyard itself.
Maybe there's like a free museum around or something. And we could just
Put
come
it-
in and out during operating hours,
Yeah.
just tuck it behind something.
Yep, easily do something like
Like
that
what
for the
everybody
time
else
being.
does.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Hoosier.
So you get to pass through the center of town to get across to the graveyard.
Okay, so we do. I'm gonna be like,
You do pass the church.
it's open. Free real estate.
I can
I
send some
don't-
scouts to maybe check it out if we need.
I
Do
don't
you think
want
we
to
can
end
afford
up.
the damn hovel?
I don't
Let's
want to
explore
end
legal
up like
options
Adam.
first.
Well, that's kind of our fault. Let's go.
I don't wanna
Rosie,
end
you
up like
make a
Adam.
really good point.
I miss my leg buddy.
Any other
You did
realtors
kinda
on the
die
way, or
for
does it
us.
seem
All
like these
those
guys have a
innocent
quarrel?
ones, We
He
just
misses
watched
his
them do it.
Yeah, you see a couple of signs. They are addressed to the same company.
Yeah.
Um,
Is it all for rent or are there for sale signs?
no
'Cause
for sale
It
signs.
seemed like every time I was asking for sale, it kept going back to rent.
Basically, at this point,
Okay.
everything is owned by the Silver Dice Company, and you just are owing the Silver Dice Company, is what we are concluding.
Probably it. Yeah.
Because
Cool. Right. Well, I'm just making note of where the church is, trying to.
I've got you.
And then onward.
Yeah.
onward. and
Turn up at the
onward.
graveyard about an hour 10 later. And before you stands a goblin.
Another one.
She's got
Okay.
brown hair, tucked into like a ponytail,
Mhm.
very classy business suit, smart heels, pointy shoes, pearl earrings, and a clipboard.
No, you lost me. Pearl earrings.
Still here.
What was her name again? It was.
Nancy.
Never got. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's.
Hello, Nancy.
Well, hi, dollface.
We're here to see the hovel.
Quite the spectacle. She gets all like excited. Come on in, let me show you its features.
Oh.
What's happening?
All right. Yeah, we.
Whoa.
This one likes you, emotional support.
The
cucumber.
entrance, the garden
No.
plot.
Yeah. So it's got like a marked off area
Wait, no,
where
they're
like
not
the
supposed to.
designated garden plot is for this house
Uh-huh.
underneath the ground.
Maybe she knows you guys
Um,
are a polycule.
Kind of mossy, need to
Wasn't
be
a paperwork.
taken care of. Stone steps lead down to a big door. It's about 8 feet tall. A little
Okay.
lantern that's unlit outside. It's plenty well lit outside right
Yeah.
now. You can still see.
Right.
Wipe off your feet. Didn't help any.
Scrub
worry.
the moss, yeah.
But then I like kind of like shake off my jacket, then take out my boots, and like everything else like that's like just covered in dirt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop my
Oh,
shoes off real
man.
quick.
We've been traveling, and I only crashed a car.
Right, for my first favorite feature, it comes with this noise built in. And she kicks the door open, and it like mechanically creaks.
I love it.
Artificial creek. Okay.
Right,
They're
right.
slow.
Feature.
We got a speaker put in for that. And it goes, you notice the door opened a lot faster than the creak went.
Yeah. The door stopped and the creek is still going
Yeah.
for a little while. Yeah. Okay, all right.
Come on in, come on in. We've got some great things in here. Let me tell you, this is a wonderful property. You enter inside, and it is a massive living room. It comes furnished. There are lovely leather couches, some rugs laid out. It is a polished stone floor, and there are lights strung through the place, like fairy lights, kind of lighting the place.
Okay.
And a window.
A single window? Where does this window look out?
Does it go to like
Is
a
it
Does
just
it just
dirt?
show dirt?
We were going to save this for last. It's one of my best features, but if you really want to know, I can show you now.
Well,
Yes,
if there's a
please.
window. Here.
Take this. She hands you a small light brick.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Tap the side of it. And it fucking clicks to life, and you see meadows.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Changes to a forest.
What kind of magic is
It's like a mountainscape.
right?
I go to like
Was that a pole?
put my hand through the window.
Yeah, actually, I'm probably doing the
It
same
like
thing.
wobbles
Like,
the image a little bit, and then you feel
Oh, I-
cool stone on the other side.
Oh.
You change it. It goes to like a raining, like tropics. You can smell the rain.
Nope. Can't.
This is the best thing.
Okay.
I'm
All
so
right.
baffled. So confused.
Might I ask what
That is-
happened to the previous inhabitants of the place?
They just couldn't afford it. They moved out.
Are they in the graveyard now?
What's the room layout look like?
Yeah. So you come in, and we got our lovely living room here. Down this hallway and to the left, it'll open up into a bigger kitchen.
Hallway to the left.
Yeah, it's got like, here, let me see if I can sketch it out a little better for you. I'm really bad at Sims, so forgive me if my layout's not great. So, not to scale, it's like entrance, window, and there's like some curtains here. You can assume there's probably another window.
Just-
Opens into kind of a cavernous hallway. It's an odd layout to be sure, but they had to work around graves.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure.
To open into this kitchen, it kind of wraps around. It would be room, toiletries, room.
So the rooms all stem from the kitchen?
Interesting layout.
Okay.
Sorry, you're just like.
Is there
I
like
am
a
architect.
pantry,
It was designed by a goblin.
a cellar,
Ah! This makes more sense.
Sorry?
pantry, cellar section, anything further?
Yeah, if you look back here,
Uh-huh.
we've got a little hatch that kind of opens up. Again, it was designed by a goblin.
Sure.
And it kind of
We're not a very tall
come
crew.
here. You take the smaller ones, you might have to wedge in,
Yes, of course.
and it just kind of opens into like
There's just like a
unpolished
dug
stone.
out area.
I like
Okay.
this.
It's got like a little latch or hatch on the floor in the back. It was probably used for like wine to keep it cooler in the earth.
Smuggler cold.
So is the rate here 8,000 flat, or are there extra fees?
Well, we've got like utilities. You don't want to use the window too much. Everything's really paid through the city. Most of it's included. You will have like your magic cleanup fee of an extra like 25, 50 gold a month, depending on how much waste you produce.
Goblin. No dwarf, sorry.
Hey, I like my plate clean.
Hey,
That
well,
kind of waste, buddy.
Oh.
Well, this is interesting.
We're gonna get a layout, like how big is this place? Like those little rooms, is it just like the kitchen, that
Sure.
entryway, or like he's gonna take a size of how big it is?
Yeah, you crack open one of the doors to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty large.
Gotta start like inspecting the place, looking for any sort of little flaws. Like is like the knobs all like good? Like mechanically, is it like a good home, or is it shoddily built?
Oh no, there's no landlord special here. No white paint to be seen. Nothing's
No
covered up.
outlets painted over.
Is there any dust?
No. Surprisingly little dust. Your ceiling even is like a tiled ceiling, so they have blocked off like the root system for the grass above and stuff like that. But it is a very large, nice room. There's no furniture in here. They did just leave the common areas furnished, so you do have like your standard appliances, which you all wouldn't be very familiar with, and then the luxuries of common living rooms. Yeah, decent sized room though. It's about the size of the living room in here. Your bedroom is.
Well,
all right, so I'm gonna bust open the other doors just so I can just peek in and see if they're all the
just make
same.
absolute sure.
Yeah.
It is the same. They are all about that size.
All right.
give us a moment to discuss, would you?
Yeah, I'll be waiting outside. Just, turn off everything when you're done in here.
Of course.
She clicks smartly away with her nice little heels.
No.
Voting no?
Well, it's too expensive. How are we supposed to afford it?
It's one of the
with
cheaper
8,000.
places.
Cheaper
One
places.
of the cheapest places.
We've only checked one agency. I mean,
I'm
Every
pretty
sign-
sure there's only one.
I was checking all the signs. They all refer back to the same place.
there has to be something that's more
We
affordable.
could. There is
Hold on.
potential. Hear me out. We
Hearing.
don't go for a 4-bedroom place.
One bedroom?
We go for a single bedroom and we utilize the cube for our true
Ooh.
living space.
I was starting to
Aye.
wonder about that because I was going to say
So-
I don't need a bedroom as long as someone else can make sure
Maybe
my
we
cube isn't a secure.
What
room.
Perhaps we get some pricing for 1 or 2 bedroom places.
What if we leave them off? I'm still the emotional support animal, but it's just you. You broke up with a polycule. That should make it cheaper too, because otherwise they're going to think that's a lot
Wait.
of fucking people living in one bedroom.
Hey, Polly, what now?
Don't worry
I
about
actually
it.
wasn't even worried about. I didn't
Wait.
know what it is either.
Let's go back to the agency and discuss further options then.
Right. So we're gonna pop out.
Well, and we also get fun Tom to make us multiple though.
You could just make a pound paper. Right?
It depends on how much money
Tom
it
doesn't
is.
have any cash left.
You don't know
It's
that.
just
You didn't
us.
tell us that.
He only had 500 gold to begin with, though,
Oh,
so he's got
Nancy.
objectively way less.
Hiya, sweet cheeks.
Hi. Hi there. Right. We'd like Buggy.
Don't look at me. I'm not involved.
Right. We'd like to go back to the agency and talk to your boss lady about maybe other options. We love it, but we're worried that the same thing will happen to us, and we just don't want to waste your time.
I understand. Yeah, they'll set you straight, I'm sure. Here's my card. Feel free to get a hold of me.
Right.
Sticks it down. Boop. Best place.
Back to the agency. We would like to
Remember-
explore 1 to 2 bedroom options. What does the price range look like for those?
I'll stay outside and hang out on the street
Yeah.
so there's one less person or individual.
Yeah, we can just take the 2 of us and you guys can hang
I was
out
gonna say
down
the
at the bottom of the
emotional
lift kind of
supports.
thing.
Did Nancy come with us? No. Okay, cool.
Nancy went off on her.
Then we have no one to.
I just skipped ahead to
Yeah.
being back. I figured we're not going to do anything on the way.
Yeah.
That fast of a breakup, huh? Well,
We had a bit of a fight on the way over. I really liked the place. They wanted something very up high. I'm afraid of heights. I think that I'm going to go in a separate direction.
Man.
If you have sub-levels like the place that we went and saw, I would greatly appreciate it.
you're looking for like a underground, like 1-bedroom, 2?
One to two, just depending on exactly what I can afford, of course.
Also, any of the cheapest options you have.
Any of the cheap? Well, it's not a whole lot to go around here. I mean, we're pretty limited on space. We can only go up. There are more things being built all the time, but it'll be a couple of months probably. And we have a field office right on down a couple streets over. It's on ground floor.
Oh, I was unaware.
Most people haven't heard of it.
If we have to make our way back, I appreciate knowing that
Yeah.
information
Let's
greatly.
see. Yeah, I've got 3 more properties. They're 1-bedrooms. They aren't in very tasteful parts of town. But, I mean, if you're looking for cheap, they'll probably work out best for you. Simple things, utilities are included. It comes out to, on average, they're about 2,000 gold. All 3 of them.
Okay, all right. Let's set up to go look at those.
Yeah, she gives you the addresses.
Thank you, kind.
Of course.
Will we be meeting people there, or are we on our own?
With these ones, you can just kind of walk in.
Delightful.
We don't have like a homeless problem here or anything, so the door's unlocked. We will supply you with keys to lock the place once you claim it.
That was going to be the next question.
Perfect. Well,
Wonderful,
Awesome,
thank you.
thank you.
We head to the first one on the list.
yeah.
Yeah.
Back off across town. It is a couple blocks off of the city center.
So it's still like in the noise district.
Mhm.
Okay. But it's a sub level.
Yeah. You would
So be a
know
little quieter,
from
at least.
your knowledge of this area
Yeah.
that it is. I mean, you could draw a straight line of these 2 blocks between you and the church.
Okay.
It is definitely more of like an impoverished district. There's a lot more like boarded up windows that have been broken. And,
That's you got to start somewhere.
glass on the street, stuff like that.
What's the
Looks like
apartment like?
Yeah, it's right on
I
that
could see
sub level. It is
Uh-huh.
a split apartment, so you have one person living above you.
Okay, that's not terrible.
You go inside. It is pretty standard layout. Opens into the living room. Has a little half counter into the kitchen. It's not as grand,
Of course.
but it is very livable. It's very comfortable.
And anything like a trap door for like a root cellar.
Yeah, you kind of rifle through the kitchen, checking out trying to learn these appliances and going through the pantries and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And you do find there's a set of double doors that kind of open up,
Uh-huh.
and there would be shelves for like your dried goods, and then there is a little hatch
Apple juice.
where you would store your wines.
Is it
and
just
stuff
like
that?
dirt?
It is just a kind of cool dirt floor. Yeah.
Okay, there's potential. There's potential
I
for
like
some fuckery.
dirt.
Yeah.
Second
dirt.
place, more of the same.
More of the same. Yep, and it is in the same district.
Okay, just down the block kind
Yep.
of deal.
Yeah, it's a couple houses down.
Third one.
Third one is in the red light district.
Yes!
Well, I guess we're going to go see.
Apparently, we're gonna go find your people.
Please be an actual entomology district.
Please be a brothel. Please be a brothel.
What is it?
Yeah, you guys go down the
Bug
down the
brothel.
way, traversing the city.
Bug brothel, bug brothel.
So fucked up. Gift stay hidden. They can't have you. You're too beautiful.
Goddamn right. he is.
You're too innocent.
As you come to the address, it is another split level apartment, and on the stoop is a older gentleman. You think he's your upstairs neighbor. He's got like Coke bottle glasses, hair that's kind of wisping, wearing a nice like tweed jacket, smoking a pipe. He's older.
Evening.
Oh, good afternoon.
Hi.
Right?
Brings you to young folks to the district here to have some fun.
Checking out the apartment, potentially.
Future neighbors. I love them. Well, my name's Ed. You can call me Ed. Edward.
Eddie?
I don't do Eddie.
Okay. This is a try. Mr. Ed.
David Goliath, but I plan on legally changing my name here soon in the city.
Interesting. Heard a story about something similar to that once.
Strange. I keep hearing that.
Iron ankle.
From boy the iron
Nobody's
ankle.
Crick Stickworth.
Lovely to meet you, Cricks.
Lovely to meet you, Ed.
Got plenty of your kind around here. Lovely folk.
I bet you
Make
do.
the best goulash they've got around.
Actually, though.
Well, welcome to the neighborhood. If you need anything, let me know. If you guys decide to just keep the place, if you find any bugs about, let me know. I've probably gotten out, so just I'll keep an eye out for them.
Gotten
Are you
out?
a bug person?
Well, I'm not like a bug person. I'm a human.
Are you an
But they were really insistent when I
Aye.
first moved in that entomology belonged in some kind of like kink thing in the district, and they stuck me right here.
They told me that as well.
Oh, okay. So they're just not very knowledgeable then.
Was it the big oafish man?
Woman's got a
Yeah, the constable.
I got a
Yes.
friend.
Right.
king.
He really
Yeah,
doesn't
apparently.
understand much.
I don't know that.
Well,
You
he's
just
a
agreed
bug too.
Oh, a fellow bug enthusiast. And he kind of like stretches his bow tie a little.
I think it
got
might be a
bow
kink thing for this man.
We check out the
I'll
apartment.
try not to think about this.
Yeah, he goes
Same,
through about
same
the same
setup.
layout. Yep.
Root cellar.
Colors are
dirt.
a little uglier. Some weird stains in some places, but
I can clean all that.
Yep.
I can handle that.
But you can.
Well, my vote's on the red light district.
Is it because you have a friend here now?
It would be very nice to live near such a like-minded individual, yes.
So my understanding is that there's a bunch of entomologists here because the constable doesn't understand it's not a kink thing. But so there is brothels and kink happening.
But then there's also just like these huge swaths of entomologists and
that
arachnologists.
the dude who does
Oh my
bees?
gosh. So
Is
basically
that accurate?
we have garbage hole 1, garbage hole 2, or garbage hole 3 plus bugs.
Plus
We're kinda-
bugs and sex.
we're kind of after the fact now. But go ahead and give me a perception check for when you've arrived in the red
Fuck yeah.
district.
26.
Perception?
Also 26.
Beautiful,
27.
30.
beautiful.
Whoa.
So it would be a little wrong to assume that all of this is the same, but you do see quite a few scholarly-looking people in this district.
So they
Smart
just
people.
basically don't like the smart people and they just shove them all into one corner.
You can kind of assume that maybe they just don't know any of the studies and assume that it's a kink thing or a phobia.
Because it's,
I-
it's a long name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So there's no brothels or sex. It's all entomologists. 'Cause
You're
that-
kind of-
There's like some
opening.
geologists and stuff too in the middle there. There's
What astrologist?
Archaeologist is just in the red light district.
So you're kind of at the opening of the district. You could maybe assume that deeper down is the true heart of the red light district.
Oh, that's such a relief.
I was gonna say at
But
this
they've just
point-
stuck all of these nerds right
All
next to
right,
them.
I all in favor of red light district home.
Hi.
All right, it's unanimous. I think we need to contact Nancy and make this official.
We go back.
Hey Ed, we're your neighbors.
You're gonna be you're gonna take the place?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lovely. Love to hear it.
Would you
I'm gonna have to write
keep
down
it
his
on the
name.
down low, though, that we're here?
I don't have any friends, so who would I
I
tell?
was like trying not to sneeze in the light.
There's not a group for entomology here. We don't collaborate.
I mean, yeah, but we're not like buddies, right?
Well,
you know,
of course.
we're like competitors.
Yes, fellow scholars.
Yeah,
Oh,
he gets it.
aye.
I look forward to showing up all of your work.
Right.
You as well.
We're just shockingly like silent, looking at you like I've never seen the side of you before.
Bold.
Goliath.
Academia is competitive,
Right, I don't like this. I'm...
but I have an upper hand. There's just like a glowing eye.
Just one single.
My boy. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
All right.
make way to the bottom floor establishment, the ground floor establishment for it.
God.
Um,
500 apiece, lads.
Alright.
It just occurred to me that I don't have a phone, and this lady gave me her card, so I'm just.
You're just like.
It smells
licking
like
it.
her.
Track my smell.
You could get a sending stone. I'm sure they sell them all over here.
I doubt they send them here. Look at all this. They don't care about magic.
Yes, they
There's
do.
magic lines all
magic
across
is
the place.
very much so infused. Like that was one of the first
So
things
many
we
of these things
noticed
are magic.
that magic and machinery are like equally incorporated here.
Crix, you know what magic is, right?
Right, so let's go find Nancy.
Yeah, of
I
course.
pick up a
Sorry.
stick.
We sign up.
Just you
Yeah.
and me in the back with
You
sticks.
fucking swap that contract.
I have the high ground.
Congratulations, you are renters.
Woo!
Couple of
Wait,
keys
I'm
are
not here.
divvied out. Instructions to find your mailbox, that kind of thing.
Yep.
She sends you on your way.
Cool. Oh, pardon me. Where would one go to? Where is like courthouse? Legal name changing.
Oh, right behind the gambling hall, big white marble building. You can't miss it.
Thank you kindly. I'd be right there.
David, I don't think that name's too bad.
David.
I want my name back.
Buggy boy.
How much does it cost to change your name?
I'm actually pretty happy with
On the
all
paperwork?
things
Iron
considered.
Ankle.
It's 5 gold. Change your name.
Here's my name,
It
and
is
here's my.
300 if you want it done in the next 3 days.
How long does it take to process normally?
4 to 5 months.
4 to 5 months it is. It's okay to casually go about as my new name, so long as legally I sign under my given name.
Correct.
Still.
Yeah.
Here's the change.
Pleasure.
Hopefully, put it down.
Bernard Bugman.
It's good to have you back.
All right,
3 gold.
Mr. Goliath, we will have your Bernard Bugman changed to you in 3 to 5 months.
Thank you kindly. I got the little like
Gold will
temp
spend.
slip like under Bernard Bugman under construction.
Cool. Easy enough.
Well, we should probably go fetch Tom and all the group at the place.
Sounds like a plan to me. Yes.
We put Tom in the court so no one knows he's here.
I feel like we should allow Tom to have free will to come and go as he pleases. He deserves it.
I meant more just to get him like around initially.
So he doesn't run off and get himself in trouble, spend all of his money, spend all
I
of
think
our
he's
money.
You said
Well,
he spent all
I-
his money probably.
Later on, too, Bugman. No, it's not the time. And know that Adam's dead and gone, but if we could check out his trinket one of these times and figure out what it is. That's what I was saying.
Once we finally have a door.
So speaking
All
of
right.
Tom,
Uh-oh.
Break time?
yes, we'll hit our break time first. We'll come back to Tom.
We'll
Speaking
come
of
back to
Tom,
top.
my
We'll be back in
boy.
5, lads.